for our second gauntlet today, we are for sure playing Go Easy or Go Hard Ezreal as one of our submissions here, with Progress Day as a piece of card advantage at the top of our curve for Ezreal, and then some Elise as well. Again, if you want full deck techs on these or highlight videos with us playing them, check out my YouTube channel. We are going to play some Trundle bundle here, which is a combo Trundle deck with Harrowing at the top end of our curve, based around the idea of putting a bunch of leveled Trundles into play off of Harrowing, generating a bunch of Ice Pillars, and then attacking for a load. And then, what's our third? We're going to play Leona Swain as our last one. Again, mentioning that I love the Leona package in so many different shells here, and this feels like a good shell for it. So her, along with all of her Daybreaks, give us stunning things, and then Leviathan plus Swain or Oriental at our top end give us some real power right now. So yeah, I love the range of decks that are competitive in this game for sure. It's been a lot of fun. So Go Ezreal, Leona Swain, and Trundle bundle. Let's do it. I am from the middle of Illinois. I'm about 2 hours south of Chicago. Have I participated in / do you plan on participating in community organized tournaments for Runeterra? Yeah, perhaps, Miko. I don't know. I feel it's tough because tournament content doesn't make for good stream content a lot of the time, because there tends to be a lot of downtime in the games that you play. So I think, like, I probably would be more interested in, like, doing commentary for tournaments as opposed to actually just playing them on stream to try and avoid some of the downtime. Opponent's lineup's pretty unique here. I'll be in the deep, I think. That's true. Once we have better support for community-run tournaments, I definitely plan to start with Harrowing Trundle, I think. Trundle bundle. Should be able to go over the top of either of these two decks our opponent has. Yeah, once we have a little bit better support for community-run tournaments, I plan to run some myself and do commentary over them. Thanks for the heads up on the overlay. Apologies for blocking things out there. We're still getting used to having extra scenes involved. Honestly, this hand seems kind of reasonable. We have these to keep us alive early, and then Ruination to tag them in the mid-game. Yeah, so whichever happens first. So either if MTG Melee adds Runeterra support, I plan to run tournaments through that. Or if the in-client tournament mode is opened up to third-party tournament organizers, I plan to run things through that. So if either of those two things happen, I plan to run some Hoaglandia Runeterra tournaments just like we ran Hoaglandia Magic tournaments in the past.
Shape the skies and mold the earth.
Tradesies? Tradesies? Nope.
Dragon blood
at this current point in time, I have no plans to return to making Magic the Gathering content on this channel. So, I think we just bank mana and then plan to Vengeance into Trundle.
End them.
Why is every chatter a mod? Because I give people who have been subscribed to my channel for 12 months mod swords. My channel is one of the best moderated channels you will find on Twitch. We have a very low tolerance for nonsense.
No remorse.
You do, Adonis. Thank you for the years of support.
Unimaginable even now. Rouse your kind, dragon!
So they could have Bastion. How do we feel about playing this out and then planning to Ruinate next turn? I'm kind of into it.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
Like, this isn't an Oriental deck.
Look out for Reavers.
This Dorko even leaves me behind a jump blocker for whatever they play out after. Our life total is pretty high. We've got these to heal up with. Honestly, like, people talking about Magic and Wizards fixing their issues, like, I think Magic's best formats are probably comparable to Runeterra's worst formats. I genuinely think Runeterra is just a better game. Like, all the other issues that Wizards has had aside in recent memory, I think just at its core, at the end of the day, this is the better of the two games. I think a big part of that is definitely related to Magic's age, right? Like, Magic for lack of a better comparison, is essentially a horse and buggy trying to keep up with race cars, right? Magic is 20 years old and it shows. Like, one of the many reasons why Runeterra is such a good game is because the people that have made it have gotten to learn from the mistakes that Magic and all these other card games have made for the last 2.5 decades. Dial up, dragon. Alright, so we just chronicler this, right?
No place for the kind.
We get another ice pillar back.
Get ready for a beatdown.
And this gives us a dead Trundle to rekindler with later, which is great.
One smack'll do.
I sadly don't think Runeterra's economy is gonna push Arena to do anything. Magic the Gathering during a literal pandemic is more profitable than it's ever been. Nothing about Wizards of the Coast business model is ever changing. They are making money hand over fist. They have no reason to change. Hey, Mr. Lifeguard, thank you for the 33 months of support. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Alright, do we just Ruination here? How do we feel about Ruination? I can Ruination, and then I can Trundle next turn into Rekindler Trundle the following turn. I think I'm super into that. I mean, my Trundle was pretty large there. I could have just traded in combat as opposed to ruinating. Is that a good draw, chat? Seems good. There's so few people watching this game. How do you get more players in the game? Well, for starters, I don't think Riot has even begun to start really advertising and plugging and attracting players into Runeterra. I know they've done some small pushes, but it feels like they're waiting till they have, like, if you remember, we don't even have all 10 regions in the game yet, right? So, like, while this game is great as is, it definitely has room to go in terms of that. Alright, do we flash freeze to keep this alive? I think we do. Yeah, and you have to remember, like, Magic's been around for a long time. Like, it's had 25 years to build up.
Nowhere to
Something else that's important to note, too, is that, like, like, if you compare some of Magic's largest streamers like Croakies with Runeterra's largest streamers like Swim and Mogwai, their viewer counts aren't that far off. It's just Magic as a raw number of streamers has a higher number because people have been doing it for a very, very long time. Can you hear my children in the background, or is the RTX doing a good job of filtering them out? I'm wondering if it's worth standing up to close the door. Yeah, Amazonian's been doing Runeterra content with some consistency for a little bit now. HR Beck? Are we dead? We might be dead.
Break them.
They look angry.
Not quite, but close.
There are none like me.
I think we're getting 2 Trundles back from this. We're getting 3 Trundles. Bundle up the Trundles, chat. The trolls are going to war. If they had Judgment, we're dead. Listen, ain't nobody got time to play around Judgment, press a pick. That emote, chat. That emote. No, Judgment! You love to see it.
This is gonna be fun. One smack'll do.
I love when we get to do the thing on the first game that we play.
Get ready for a beatdown. You should be honored.
You should be honored. So again, for people that are just joining us, this is best of 3 pick ban. So I have 1 deck remaining, and my opponent has to beat this deck twice with both of these without losing. Yeah, wait, for people just joining us, we are not playing Field Rush, we're playing Harrowing in our Shadow Isles Freljord deck. It's technically Leona Swain featuring Asol. There's one Asol in our lineup. And again, if you want the exact lineups that we are playing, check my Mobalytics page. I uploaded all of them there. We're going to keep Aristocrat and Vengeance here. This match is probably bad for us. They have a lot of beefy dorks, and we have a lot of damage-based removal.
Lady Elise, where are you?
This deck has posted great stats in the data. It's your exact list too. Sweet. Yeah, it felt really competitive when we played it, Press a Pick.
No.
This to kill this, plus tap something else will be great here. Ooh.
We wear red to honor the fallen.
Don't Rangers resolve me. Don't Rangers resolve me. Don't Rangers resolve me. If you haven't seen this deck before and you think it looks sweet, this is one of the many fantastic Runeterra decks you are missing out on by not subscribing to me on YouTube. I post a deck highlight video that's about 30 minutes every single day. Huge variety of decks up there.
I must get out of here.
Easy open attacks here. I agree, Presspick. This is the best the format's been since I started playing. There's been a lot of good ones, but this is the top.
Fire and fury burn me.
For Jarvan!
The problem with that is it would let their challenger kill my thing, which I didn't want.
I am more than I seem. End them.
I'm just going to 15 here. Vengeance to start and see what they do. I don't know that I want to play this out into a removal spell. What do I think about the KDA cards? I think Legends of Runeterra is an IP that literally included someone playing a guitar before the KDA cards drop, so that's fine. Easy pass to burn their mana here. I think the people complaining the KDA cards don't fit into the Runeterra IP are kidding themselves. They definitely fit into the IP, you just haven't been paying attention. I also think the fact that we got this mini card drop from a battle pass was also absurd and great for the game. I really hope we see more of those.
One shot, of kill.
YouTube's got a bunch of stuff up on it. I've been doing Runeterra content almost daily for, gosh, 3 or 4 months now. This game's great. I really hope it grows. If my Runeterra content feels like it's sustainable, I plan to make this my permanent card game home. Really enjoyed my time playing it a lot. Our opponent's like just not doing anything. Are they just like pretending to be a salaried thespian? Or is like their hand just all nine? Is their hand just like all 9s and 10s? That's gotta be the answer, right? Thank you, Mr. Ode. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate the 500 bits. So that's probably fine, right? Yeah, it's probably fine. Yeah, but opponent looks super dead, I agree. I get to go rummage, ditch these 2 jury rigs, and then attack for a bunch. Lady Elise? Where are you?
This is our providence.
We could potentially kill them with Go Hards here. I'm gonna hit to Go Hard twice and then Static Shock to draw a card. I have Glimpses as well. Sure, you got it. JK. So this is Go Hard 2. This will be Go Hard 3. ton of lethal draws here.
Check me out.
Check me out.
Time for a true display of skill.
Hi, Jacob.
Charge!
I'm doing well, Jacob. How are you doing? Coming to steal some water?
And Ezreal is victorious! Oh, yeah!
Drink a lot of water.
That's good. Gotta stay hydrated.
What hydrating mean?
Hydrated means you're not thirsty.
What that it mean? It means you drink all the water?
All the water, yep. That's good.
100 water every day.
Well, those are piles of champions. I think we just banned the cohesive deck. Remember, the gauntlets are free to enter, and there's not matchmaking like there is on the ladder, so the range of opponents you get can be pretty wide in them. I'll play Leona Swain first, the deck we haven't played yet. So remember, you can only have a total of 6 champions in your deck at maximum. So you can play more than 2 if you're playing with fewer than 3 copies of each. Does it match you with people at your win count, though? I don't know the answer to that, multiple zeros. Does anybody know if Riot shared that information anywhere? I would imagine it has to try. I don't know how hard it tries, though. Like, generally speaking, systems like this try to pair at your record, but then widen how far from your record you can go the longer you wait. Do gauntlets try and match you against people with the same number of wins? Press a pick.
Bless the faithful and sear the heretics.
Seer the heretics. I'm playing this out on 1, even though we don't get to attack with it as a 3/3 this turn, because I have a 2-drop rolled up already. I haven't checked, but if it's like the Expedition algorithm, your last match is always another last matcher. That makes sense. That's a good way to do it, because that way you and the person in the last match are playing for the same stakes, so basically. You're both on 1 win to go. That seems like a perfect way to do it. I think I just burned their mana here. Expedition keeps the same number of champs in decks. That makes sense. So decks are the same sizes, so you've drafted similar numbers of things.
Deal me in.
That's rude.
Who says I don't share?
There's only one true light.
Maybe I should have played this first so I get the Daybreak trigger. That was probably wrong. Leona's only at 1 of 4 right now.
Devotion through battle.
decent size attack here. Swain, this deck notably does not level Swain very quickly. That's a great pickup to kill this, though. One of our faster routes to level Swain in this deck is actually the troll that damages itself and heals.
Go on then. Watch the
Yeah, I think Swain's probably gonna kill them here, even not leveled, which is great, especially with Death Stand here. Opponent's regions don't really have a way to protect Twisted Fate, so he's just gonna be dead to this Death Stand, and then we'll have good open attacks next turn. Opponent's decks also don't really have hard removal, so dealing with a 3/6 is going to be challenging for them. If they don't play out something that can block this here, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Things that doesn't do. Block Swain. Surprise suit up. That's true. Suit up would be a card they could have. Pocket Aces is a card they could play as well. Quick first game there.
My conflict, and only one way.
I haven't seen Pocket Aces in ages. I actually had 2 copies of Pocket Aces in the, what's it called, deck? The, Twisted Fizz deck. That was in the lineup that unfortunately that didn't work out. Jareth will have to submit a different 3rd deck. The 2 of them had the same regions. Yeah, if you type exclamation point and then a card name, it'll give you what the card does. This hand seems great. Easy keep. We get to go Omen Hawk on 1, Catalyst on 3, Thresh on 4. So we'll bank spell mana this turn, so we can do this.
New recruit reporting in.
So, don't get the life gain on that, but we get the extra mana crystal so we can play a 5-drop a turn sooner. Opponent really not using their mana particularly efficiently here. I'm gonna skip my block here because I want this to be in play when this dies so we can try and level Thresh up. That's cute. It's not very good for them though because like now I get to play this second Thresh and eat this and then get my other Thresh back. This is captured a Thresh. A good clean interface. Very clear there. Icon and then mouse over text to tell me what it means. Love it.
Strength and grace, beauty in the blade.
Okay. Alright. I mean they are targeting here too, so they could have a variety of ways to protect this card. A clean, digestible interface, that's illegal.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Pretty sure I'm chump blocking here. Huh?
Nothing escapes my watch.
That egg, did it move?
The miracle.
They fixed Jinx. The Jinx bug is getting fixed on Monday, Ruben said.
Safeguard our home.
Alright, into the meat grinder, all of you.
Whoa! Hey!
What Jinx bug? You can currently make endless rockets with Jinx if you glitch the card around. It's not great. Well, I could level Thresh this turn, right? I could go Chronicler, Vile Feast my own thing.
Witness my masterpiece.
Here's the demo. There's still time. Enough! Too damn soon.
Yeah, it's something you very deliberately have to do. You have to, like, dance the Jinx back and forth onto the bench and off of it to generate another rocket. So. Yeah, they rallied and they can't attack, which is funny, yeah. I think we just pass here. That's different, Claire. Kinda, maybe it's related.
I spotted something!
Ready the torches.
Yeah, I think we can beat this. I agree.
You have to get me out of here.
So we're hitting this here to pop his barrier, so this eats this. You get to draw a few cards here. So I get to drop Trundle next turn.
Bombs! Dragon approaching!
Our bench is getting a little cluttered here. Huh? I don't even know if I want to play Trundle yet. Because if I do this, this is gonna fetch a Trundle, and then it's also going, when this dies, I get another Thresh back. Oh, hey, the eye works with Thresh. That's new. Yeah, the Trundle's gonna die in combat anyways. It's a good point. Alright, I'm gonna play this one out. Oh! This summons from the deck. Right. Or from hand.
Runeterra, let's rock. Death never
They are gonna get to level Orion, so.
King of Trolls coming through. You must be very important.
Not today!
Okay, so this one hasn't attacked yet.
That egg, did it move?
The miracle of life.
Yeah, we might not beat level Asol here. I really needed a Ruination sooner. Or a Trundle. We need a Trundle sooner so we can have Overwhelm when attacking.
Now they'll pay attention.
Their deck has a lot of beef at the top. You're not wrong.
Strength in grace, beauty in the blade.
Beauty and the blade. That's fine. Remember, we're up a game in this set, right? So, like, if we lose this, we get to play our Harrowing Trundle against their other deck here still. They're 100% to be playing Judgment? Yeah, probably.
Each life a rare jewel.
Then release me, Tarek.
Alright, free blocker it is.
We burn, then kindle anew. I demand a rematch!
I mean, honestly, like, and this is why one of the things that's great about Runeterra, because there aren't a ton of bad cards in Runeterra that are just, like, bad for the sake of bad and stuffing loot boxes full of garbage tier cards, it means that even kind of just piles of Runeterra cards that aren't established and or even a little bit random can still be competitive because you're not just playing with a bunch of draft chaff in Constructed. When all the cards are reasonable, you can mix and match them a lot of the time and still end up with something reasonable regardless of what your mix and match looks like. Which is awesome. I'm just looking at Rekindler and keep the rest of these as interaction here. Runeterra has really high replacement level of its cards. What do you mean, press to pick? I guess I'm not familiar with what replacement level means in that context. You can replace cards with other cards without changing the deck significantly. Similar strength, sure. Okay, what do we call the vanilla 3-1 for 1 in this set, chat?
Oh boy, here I go!
Here I go. It's a little scary. I probably need to try and vengeance something this turn.
Wanna see a trick?
Our hands are definitely a little awkward here.
Nice to meet you. I'll knock 'em dead.
Warm hearts and hot soups.
Oh, 5 and 6-year-olds, chat. Think we're just doing this.
Success gets you noticed around here.
Yeah, I think it's the second game down, Precipic. When we finish Spider-Man, I plan to grab whatever's at the top of the variety queue. Oh no, you're at the top. Both Witcher 3 and Assassin's Creed, those are waiting until we finish one of the other longer games that we're playing. So no, currently Disco Elysium will be the next thing we play after we finish Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I plan to do some more of this evening. The new one is in top.
Let's take this outside.
I think we just let this happen so we can ruinate next turn, right? Yeah, I'm supposed to open attacks there.
Return to us.
I'm ready!
I'm expecting this to get countered, and then if this gets countered, I will Frostbite Fizz so it doesn't generate a shark. So I'm expecting them to have another spell here. They do not. Deal. We take those. That's super aggressive on their part.
I'm on it.
Lands now. sharp as my spear.
I'm not going to attack in with this anyways. I think we just start with Trundle hook this.
Get ready for a beatdown.
This'll take the chill off.
Nothing escapes my watch. The hunt is on.
That would be kind of a fun challenge to do on like a Smurf account, press a pick. Like, draft an Expedition deck and then try and hit Masters with it in Constructed. Although I guess some of the Expedition decks you draft technically aren't Constructed legal, huh?
Alert the village!
This game should pretty much be done at this point. Do we play this opponent for? We've not, but we beat this deck earlier, Clur, in this set. So these are best of 3. So we played against this deck out of this opponent already. We beat this with our first deck. And then they beat us with their other deck, and now we're playing this matchup again. Or we're playing this deck again with our other deck. Because remember, you need to win with both of your decks to win the match. Let our opponent just emote a bunch and then go AFK. That would be annoying.
What delightful agony we shall inflict.
Yeah, looks like our opponent DC'd. Come on, the Gauntlet's free, opponent.
This is gonna be fun.
Maybe they're on their prime glory run? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't imagine they're super serious with their 2 Champions I own decks. Yeah, opponent definitely emoted a bunch, then closed the app.
Bam, bam, bam! Ha ha!
Yeah, there's a chance of that too, Quaddle. I definitely think that when you click exit game, it should give you a prompt, do you want to concede? I think that would be a good interface thing to have. So we're 2 wins down. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick. When I get back, we're going to finish this Gauntlet. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. I appreciate it. So I figured out why Declan kept coming in here wearing a blanket. He's out there in the basement sitting on the couch in his underwear. And he knows that he has to have clothes on to come into my office, so he's very cleverly decided to wear a blanket in here the last time he came in. Alright, never not banning Lee Sin. Get out of my house. And this is why this format is the best card game format I've ever played, chat. I hate you, Lee Sin. I never want to play against you. Goodbye. Start with easy at least, I think. Yeah, I think these matchups look kind of tough for us. We'll see. I don't know. Both our decks have a lot of removal. I think this is the matchup we wanted here. I think I'd rather play Harrowing Trundle against the Leona Lux deck. I think I actually keep the backup Ezreal because Ezreal turning into a Mystic Shot is good here. KDA should be removed ASAP. Can you explain why?
I'll write my own story.
Nah, you're probably right, isn't it? That's probably better off just being timed out.
A real battle.
What a silly opinion. The KDA stuff is great. Let people like things, chat.
There's nothing to fear.
Why the decision to go for Jury Rig over something like one of the Shroom Generator units? Because this plays better with Rummage in the early game. This also is another unit to keep our unit count high when we pair it with what's it called? Glimpse. We need a critical density of units to play Glimpse. I'm not gonna attack into here because I want to Mystic Shot this. I'd rather trade Mystic Shot for this than this.
New recruit reporting in.
A lot of the actual KDA music has is copyrighted. What do they have that punishes this block on? They can have like Make It Rain. I think I'm okay trading for Make It Rain. Sharp Sight. I'm not okay with trading for Sharp Sight. Actually, I lied. I am okay with trading for Sharp Sight here because it means Ezreal lives. So, thinking about Sharp Sight, I take this block with Ezreal in hand still. I think this is a good trade for me.
Thought you'd never ask.
Well, Make It Rain costs 3, but damage carries over across turns in this game.
One shot, all skill. Can't stop me.
This is a very fortunate bannerman for us. There's a misfortune on the top of their deck, chat. I mean, you could argue it's semantics, but is 1 in 10 really super unlucky? Is it really super unlucky? Oh, they're playing this card too. Doing all these at once is real bad against Ranger's Resolve. I shouldn't do that.
I will be free. So soon.
Blessed is motion.
Show them our metal.
I think I want to ditch... Do I ditch the Elise or the Vengeance here? You want to take the block? Yeah, maybe. I think I want to rummage and ditch this. I'm not attacking with the Elise next turn anyway. Which I think I do this. And then I put this in front of here, and this in front of here means Mystic Shot kills this next turn, which is nice. It also saves me a bunch of damage. Don't you heckle me, Ezreal, I'm thinking.
I don't miss. Gotcha.
Alright, and these are go hard 2 and 3, so we need one more to tell them to pack their bags. Where's my timeout button for Israel's voice lines?
Sure.
You truly love to see. Ain't that the God's honest truth?
Surprise myself.
You do in fact truly love to see it.
Slow down, will ya?
Slow down, will ya?
Fortune favors the bold.
The ocean is no place for the weak.
If we're really lucky, this will be a go hard that we're about to draw.
Sure.
Never lucky, chat. Just the gosh darn done luckiest. You want to ditch Vengeance? Yeah, that's probably correct.
This is our way.
We have Progress Day rolled up. We have a bunch of go hards in our deck to draw too.
I'm innocent.
I'm innocent. I think I want to save my life here.
It's not bragging if you can back it up.
Pack him up. Move him out, Rawhide. Good set. This deck's really sweet.
Had it all along.
Alright, so they get to play with either of these. We get to play the Trundle bundle. I agree, press pick. Go hard. Go hard has been excellent for the game. Really love it. The bot is unfortunately missing. Go hard deals 5 to everything. Their board and their thing. My one critique that I think is valid of the KDA cards is that preventing people from crafting the KDA cards with resources until the battle pass is over was bad, and I hope they don't do that again.
What's that noise?
So I agree that having them locked behind that and not giving you the option, so you can craft them once the event is over. You cannot currently craft them, but they definitely should have been craftable from the start. Agree that that was a big miss. That'll be a non-issue with this specific set of cards once
Shield is yours.
whatever happens, but it is worth noting. All right, so am I just going wide here? I think I'm going wide. Do I want to ramp this turn? I kind of want to ramp this turn. I'm gonna ramp this turn. They'll take this. We'll take 7. I'll gain 3.
A real battle.
So the problem with that, Azintoth, is that that's now just the go command. So don't try and manually add cards like that. I appreciate what you were going for there, but it doesn't work out in practice.
Nagakaburos guide us.
Am I ruinating next turn? I think the answer is no.
These old eyes still
Nah,
see
it's fine. I
far
poked the person again to update the bot. Honestly, if the bot becomes an issue, I'm just gonna script write my own bot. Writing a Twitch bot is not that difficult. It's just an IRC bot. Can do that in Python in a weekend.
Soldiers, to me!
Whale poop. I guess we thresh.
What delightful agony we shall inflict.
Always forward.
Nobody escapes.
I'll do my best.
Look out for reavers. Alert the village!
Alright, it looks like we're gonna die here, but again, this is best of 3, so we'll get to play this deck against their Leona Lux deck, which I think is a better matchup for us anyways. I'm unfortunately 1 mana short of being able to ruinate this turn.
What's that noise?
I can, however, set myself up so that way I have Vengeance plus Flash Freeze on open attacks next turn, which is nice. And if they're greedy and open on a scout attack, that's even better for us.
Safeguard our citizens.
I don't think I would classify anything in Runeterra currently as broken. I think this current format's really well balanced and a lot of fun. You have any clue on my every team in EU Mastered banned Ash Sejani? I mean, I think Ash Sedge is just, like, a good deck right now. Are we dead to open attacks even with 2 pieces of interaction here? We are, right? Oh, wait, no, this doesn't have Challenger. So, barely alive.
Blessed is motion.
In the name of our land! You have to get me out of here!
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Staying alive, staying alive. We are very dead. No, Sir Lanik, for people that aren't familiar, Twitch chat is literally a bunch of channels on an IRC server. So it is. Twitch chat is quite literally an IRC bot if you want to write a bot for it. This is literally, I'm not using it as like a, it's kind of like that. It's literally an IRC chat. Yeah, I think we do this, and then we die to whatever they play out and open attacks with, right? No, I don't think I'm supposed to glimpse, because I want to be able to draw spells next turn and play them. Maybe I am supposed to glimpse. I have 10 mana. Needed a Vile Feast there. Alright, and that's fine. Like I said, this is best of 3, so we get another game here. So, we're both locked in here. These decks got banned. These decks have both won games, so we each have to try and win a game with these. Yeah, I don't actually know I've seen people talking about the EU's Master format in chat. I don't know that I actually really love the EU Master format. It's like super novel, but I almost feel like the amount of decks that they were required to bring almost like narrows it more than it widens it, if that makes sense.
Lilies? Where are you?
Follow the horizon.
Like there were a couple of teams that like brought off meta decks, but for a large part, like, yeah, it's a lot. 9 decks is a lot. It's definitely something novel, but I definitely think it's too many things for it to ever be considered like, we want this to be like the normal thing. Which I'd also be surprised if they ever programmed anything like that directly into the client, so I also don't really expect it to become the norm. Yeah, it's this weird team format amalgamation. It's novel, but I think I definitely prefer like what this is doing. Sure, it's just convoluted, Precipic. Like, for example, I'm sure, and this is on me to a degree too, but I've been watching their coverage for the last 2 weeks, and I can't tell you exactly what the deck building restrictions are for the format. I know there's 9 decks, and I know they each ban 3 at the start, but outside of that, I don't know if there's any restrictions on how they can mix and match decks. Like, I've watched the coverage, but it's, like, not digestible. Like, take this format that I'm currently playing, for example. I can explain how it works in 30 seconds and it makes sense.
Carry her light across the mountain.
Alright, give me 3 sentences. The only restrictions is the bans you can bring. So you just communicated that to me and I still don't know what that means.
The sun, you must burn like it.
The trolls are going to war!
You can bring 9 copies of Trundle Bundle. Okay, so now I understand even less. Now what I thought I knew about this format, I now don't know. They ban champions, not decks. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I get it, but I get it, but that still doesn't sound good to me. So it's like, so you technically don't have to avoid overlapping champions, but if you understand what you're doing, so that understanding the format actually makes me like it even less than I already did, because that means from a player accessibility standpoint, you get punished during deck selection for not really fully understanding the game theory behind it. So, like, you technically aren't limited to not overlapping champions, but from a game theory optimal standpoint, you should not overlap champions. Is like the TLDR, basically, right? Is that an accurate statement? So you can overlap champions, but you basically never should. Okay, so like that from a accessibility perspective is awkward. Why not attack first? Because it doesn't matter. Because I'm gonna attack first, they're gonna block, they're gonna pass, I'm gonna Ruination. You are right that from a game theory standpoint, I didn't give my opponent a chance to make a mistake here, but it's not worth taking 3 extra clicks to have them not make a mistake.
We can do this.
So it seems very novel, but that definitely isn't something I would want to be the average format. Alright, so this gets me Trundle. And then next turn we level Trundle. It's a good draw. Much better than playing Thresh here. No, what we're saying is, Lord Odin, you could make 9 Lux decks, you just wouldn't get to play any of them ever. You would lose every match from having no deck to play. Which is why it's awkward, because, like, this is technically a thing you could do, but you definitely shouldn't do it.
Better, brighter than before.
No, you can't, but someone just told me, so if you can't, then the format's even more convoluted than someone else just tried to explain. You would like sideboards. I think a sideboard format in Runeterra would be fine. But I also don't think that sideboards are inherently better than this current format we are playing with pick ban decks. I think they're just different. So I think a Runeterra format with sideboarding sounds fun, neat, and different. But I also don't think that it's necessarily better or worse than what we're doing right now. They have been flops thus far. Can you explain to me how or why they were flops compared to other community tournaments, Blevins? Like, what about them makes you describe them as a flop?
One smack'll do.
Alright, so I think the game plan here is Catalyst here, Ruination on their turn, Harrowing on our turn. Their deck has access to Bastion, but it does not have access to Deny. So these should resolve. I think a large part of that, Blevins, is probably related to the fact that it was difficult to test in client, which I think matters a lot.
Sunlight blinds.
So I think the community response, this was a great draw too, because if they have a Bastion, I get to pop it. The community response would probably be different if you could test it in client. That was honestly part of the reason why I stopped running Magic tournaments as opposed to just doing more custom ban lists when Wizards couldn't manage their formats, because it's hard for people to test for, so they're less popular to join and less popular to watch. This is a tilt pause? I think so. I think they just decided they didn't want to play around a second Ruination because I played one early. Who's ready for a bundle of Trundles, chat? And just to make my personal opinion clear, obviously I haven't played Runeterra specifically with sideboards, but this current Gauntlet format is my favorite card game format I have ever played in any game anywhere. I like it a lot. Alright, so if they have a Leona here, they can stun one of these, but they're still dead. They need, like, Leona plus something else. One smack'll do, chat. Goodbye. Thanks everybody for hanging out this afternoon, by the way. Awesome to see about 450 people in here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I do Runeterra 5 to 6 days a week. We play a ton of different decks, including a large selection of viewer-submitted decks. If you'd like to submit a deck of your own to be played on stream at some point in the future, check out my website there for details on that. I think I want to ban the deep here. I think this is capable of going over the top of at least these decks and possibly this one here too. If you haven't seen the Zombie Trundle deck before, the Trundle bundle as I like to call it, it's one of the many sweet decks that you can find up on my website. Maybe Runeterra decks link up there with a few different decks of each archetype, aggro, mid-range, and control. think I mulligan these, looking for an aggressive start here. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Lord Odin. The pick ban format in general, like this current Runeterra format is the best Runeterra format I've played since I started about 4 months ago. And even there's some decks like Lee Sin, for example, where even though they're well balanced, I'd prefer not to play against them. So getting to just ban the deck I don't want to play against is excellent. Never having to be like, well, I also really love, like for example, this is our second lineup that we've played today, and in both of our gauntlets, we've had people ban all 3 of our decks, right? So like, we've brought a bunch of brews. Our brews have been competitive, and it's not abundantly clear which brew people should be cutting us off of. I'm gonna take Golden Sister here, because it could block Teemo in a pinch. I think it's the plan. We're gonna have to play leveled Leona next turn, which is great.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
The dawn has arrived.
Someone asked about when gauntlets are available. Gauntlets are available from Friday afternoon through Monday evening for whatever region shard you're in. So that should be pretty-ish, local-ish time. If you load the client, it will tell you when the gauntlet finishes.
An auspicious season.
An auspicious season.
Put on me mask, secure me tail, start the day.
Chump Wump coming in with the COVID reasonable day response. Put on your mask, secure your tail, start your day chat. Wear your mask when you go out like Chump Wump.
Who goes there?
Who goes there?
Deadly paths, just another day in Targon.
Just another day in Targon. We're gonna get this down and get Swain leveling here, I think.
No mercy for heretics.
Believe or burn.
Believe or burn.
Have faith.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
This will be a good winter. Blessed by snow and stars.
Okay, so there's 1 Dragon's Clutches in my deck, and there's exactly 2 dragons. So this Dragon's Clutches is gonna draw Eclipse plus Orient Soul, guaranteed.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
An auspicious season.
Sunlight lines.
Yeah, the opponent, I'd be very surprised if we win this game.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
All whoops, am I right?
I've been liking Miles Bells. It is excellent, avid Magic player. The combat in it is a lot of fun. The animation is excellent. The story is super reasonable. I think the one thing Morales falls short on is the kind of like puzzle parts of the game leave some to be desired, but I think that's fine with how much else it does right.
Stand back.
Yeah, turn 8 Orient Soul might drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line. Especially with this Hush to deal with this large Puffcat Peddler.
What you take.
sun's splendor revealed.
Bristle, attack!
So, I don't guarantee full playthroughs of anything without having touched them before, Avid Magic player. Because, much like I bailed out of Magic, I don't play through things, I don't play through things that I don't enjoy.
Sun sets.
If I'm not having fun with something, I will stop playing it.
I'll protect you.
I think Infamous Second Son is 3 down in the variety queue. Yeah, it's 3 down in the shorter game variety queue, so we'll probably get to it next week or the week after. Good.
Think themselves cultured.
And then I get to attack with this, and his Fury will give us enough power to level him.
They grow up.
Well, I don't know what deck you're referring to, Slyblue, when you say the Demacia build. So, as is often the case, I would discourage you from the idea that decks are strictly better, strictly worse versions of other things, and oftentimes tend to just be different. Someone asked about Spyro. We have not finished Spyro. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I've got a lot of other games in the deck queue, and the metrics on Spyro were kind of mediocre. And past the metrics, the Switch port was kind of laggy.
Blessed by snow and
I saw your comment, Avid. I just didn't really have a response to it, so no need to repost.
Stay strong. Now they'll pay attention.
Because it was an updated, they redid all of the graphics, Mikabo, for more than just the Switch. They remastered it on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So, like, it looks good, but the Switch in general is kind of a weak gaming unit.
Back, heretic.
Be quiet.
Oh, this is gonna love. Oh.
The cosmos will collapse eventually.
I think this is fine. Means we don't get to level Asol this term, but that's fine. We weren't leveling Asol anyways, right? Yeah, we're gonna Supernova post-combat. This is big and draws a card if it dies normally, so I think we just get rid of that. Then we can tell this to flock off next turn. Feels like we're stabilizing nicely here. It's hard to beat Oriental in a long game. Feel like we're relatively far ahead. We just need to, like, not die to puff caps. I probably want to play Golden Sister next turn so we can gain some life. Sure, I still feel like we're pretty far ahead here, right?
This would be a good winter.
I have so many choices this turn. I think I'm starting with Flock and seeing what they do. We have a lot of puff caps in our deck. We're at 27. That could be wrong too. It could be right to Culling Strike there, so I could Meteor Shower plus Flock this. Yeah, Dragon's Clutch with a cheeky Asol plus,
Pain is nothing.
That's probably lethal. Yeah, I think I messed this up. I think I probably should have held on to the Flock. Although I don't even know, holding on to Flock, if we did that, we would have won.
What once was two, now is one. Evening glows. For conquest. No further. Bonds.
I think we just play this to start getting the damage from it, right?
Destination in sight.
Yeah, we're dead. This is game 3, right? I think this is game 3.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
Yikes.
Pay dirt.
I don't remember if this is game 2 or game 3. Having that on the interface somewhere would be nice. Speaking of, some type of like the circles over at the top and bottom would be good.
Artillery barrage.
I rise. Falling stone.
Blessed be RNG. Wait, it was even a broadback protector? Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. That was everything, chat. It was everything. Hashtag sometimes lucky. I'm on a boat.
Our mountain heroes are full of
And this is just like insult to injury here.
fire.
Yeah, we just passed because they die at their upkeep to this. I'd like to dedicate that game to everybody in chat who clenched with us.
My conflict, and only one.
What is a gauntlet and how does it work? So a gauntlet is kind of a free-to-play tournament mode where that was not game 3. That was game 1? No, is that game 2? No, it was game 1. That was game 1. Got it. Okay, so the gauntlet format changes week to week. Listen, chat, I've been live for almost 4 hours. It's been a blur. This week, the gauntlet is best of 3 pick ban. So you bring 3 decks with no overlapping champions and no overlapping exact region combinations. And then you play until one of you wins a game with both of your decks. That was an incredible nail biter. So now, if I win this game with my Trundle deck, I win the match. If my opponent wins this game with their Twisted Fate deck, we play a 3rd game, and the winner of that game wins the match. And those 2 here, I think. With that draw, I'm just going to pass back here. This, if we bank our spell mana here to ramp on turn 3, we'll be able to Trundle on 4, which is ideal. Yeah, no problem, Sniv. Thanks for hanging out today.
I've whipped up something special.
Opponent appropriately passing there to get their 2 damage in. No attack is weird. I guess they want to play around Vile Beast.
These are troll lands.
These are troll lands, also known as Twitch, an Amazon subsidiary. Oh yeah, that's true. Their 3rd deck was the actual deep. So they had Naught in their lineup already.
Eyes open.
Bow to your king.
I would like to attack your king. So they brought the deep twice. Yeah, kinda.
Best run while you can.
We have a Mystic Shot here to kill Trundle. Okay. This is fine. I have another Trundle in hand and getting my first Trundle. Getting Trundle dead is kind of the goal of the deck that we're playing, so like Trundle dying there isn't really a big deal. I don't know. Level Twisted Fate is scary, and I don't have that many ways to directly interact with this card.
Looks like trouble.
Nice to meet you.
The Trundle nerf is actually kind of okay for this deck. Yeah, press a pick. It makes getting your Trundles dead reasonable easier on occasion. One of your finest bundle of Trundles, please. Which match is this in the set? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. No, this definitely isn't match 2. This is game 2 in this set. But I think this is match 3 or match 4.
We burn. Rekindle anew.
So I guess it depends on what you're asking there. Is the final match? Yeah, we've been playing this Gauntlet for almost 2 hours, so these are a little bit longer. I'm okay with this trade. So we, like, get to Pillar, level Trundle next turn, and then Ruination, probably. Although I guess we don't have Harrowing rolled up yet, so we might not want to Ruinate. They might actually be leveling Twisted Fate next turn. Which is scary. Like, they're a draw one away from leveling this up. It also depends on how many burst spells they have, though, too, because, like, if we open attack with a bunch of Trundles, we'll get to kill them. So, like, next turn, I can Pillar, level Trundle, Glimpse, eat this, Rekindler, summon third Trundle, and we can have a bundle of Trundles without needing Harrowing. So, like, I think TF's leveling here, but I also think we might be able to beat it anyways. I'm pretty sure Riot confirmed that we're having a rotation. Can someone fact check me on that? But I believe they confirmed that rotation is going to happen, right?
In your boots. Power in my kingdom now.
That's confirmed. Yeah, and I imagine they'll have a non-rotating format as well. Yeah, they said we're not going to have a rotation until we have all of the regions, so I imagine the earliest rotation is going to happen is February 2022 or January 2022.
Take forever, why don't you?
Yeah, heckle 'em. This makes a bunch of free cards, right? Create 5 random cards, they cost 0 and are fleeting. I mean, having a rotating format isn't inherently bad. CNN1K. Having a format that rotates gives you a format that's more accessible to new players.
I guess you can win them all.
Built to spec.
Yes, rotating formats can help things feel fresh for people that play a lot. Yeah, I agree, Warrior. A lot of the issues with rotation in other games stem from the fact that those games monetize in a very predatory manner. You want to Ruinate? I don't think I can press a pick. I think I'm supposed to block draw cards here. I think I want to block draw cards and then just like get a third Trundle and attack. You know, if I had a Harrowing, we could Ruinate, but I don't have a Harrowing. And, like, this is fine, honestly. Like, I'm gonna have 3 Trundles. And we have, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in my hand, so each of the Trundles are attacking for 9. I don't think this Trundle was lethal. I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Soak it in.
I could use two of me.
I mean, our opponent is going to need to be able to play 3 cards inside of combat in order to stun a Trundle next turn, which seems unlikely.
Join the conflagration. Such naivete.
I do this and go to 8, right? I think this is the play. And we just open attacks next turn. Oh, I forgot to count this 8-drop in play, too. I think we're gonna be okay. Remember, a lot of, like, 1 or 2 of the cards left in their hand here still are from the free cards from, what's it called? And, like, they already played 1 Mystic Shot, so the odds of getting, like, triple Mystic Shotted out of this game are low. It depends on if they have, like, if they're playing, like, Get Excited, we could be in trouble here, perhaps. But outside of Get Excited, I think we're gonna be okay. We get to attack for 27 next turn. And they have 11, 14 worth of blockers. They're technically not dead on board. We're too short. If we draw an 8+ mana spell, we kill them next turn. Mystic Shot does kill a Trundle here. Yep. They targeted the wrong one. They forgot to use the eye. They forgot to use the eye.
More equipment for the field.
This is gonna be fun.
We live here. Don't test my tolerance.
Yep, yeah, Bile Feast deal damage because we get to deal damage to their things blocking us. Salvage is scary. Salvage means they could find, if they have 2 more cards to play here, they get to stun one of our things. And then we don't have lethal.
And I thought I was a troll.
I don't feel bad for the opponent at all. They should use the eye. It's there for a reason.
Double trouble. Built to spec.
Okay, so they're dead. See? Just like this. I can confirm that they're dead before I click OK. It's like the consecrated strike misplay that happened on stream today. It's hard to feel bad for people that didn't take 2 seconds to check the eye. Yes, correct. Yeah, burst speed things. And honestly, I really think there should be an option in the settings to let you click OK for burst speed spells. I think that would be a good interface improvement. When burst speeds happen that you can't check in the eye, I feel bad when people mess things up. And I hope they update the client at some point to allow for that. There should be a checkbox that lets you check burst speed things. Look at that! We've achieved glory, chat! It actually changes gameplay if you could do that because of Nightfall. Yeah, you would need some adaptations, Precipic. What you would need to make it so when you put a burst spell on the stack and then click OK, it resolves and then gives you priority back. So I'm sure figuring out something like that so they still work the same way is a technical difficulty, and that's why something like that hasn't been implemented. But ideally, we should be able to check burst speed things on the stack. Sweet. So we hit 4 wins with we played 6 different decks across 2 different lineups, and we hit 4 wins with each of them. That was a lot of fun. This is easily my favorite Runeterra format I've ever played. That's going to be it for me for today. It's awesome that we've had almost 500 people in here through the end. Remember, if you enjoyed the content, give my channel a follow here. I also have a YouTube channel if you enjoy the variety of decks that I play. I post a deck highlight video with a different off-meta deck almost every single day. A lot of these decks, and this lineup here, for example, was a viewer submission. If you'd like an easy way to support my content a little bit and get something out of it for yourself, I'd love to play one of your sweet decks or lineups on stream at some point in the future. I'll be back again tomorrow morning with some more Runeterra. I go live about 10 a.m. Central every single morning with Runeterra. I'm going to be playing 2 more best of 3 pick ban gauntlets tomorrow on stream with viewer submitted lineups. I will be back tonight as well. I also do some variety streaming on the channel. We've been playing Spider-Man Miles Morales on PlayStation 5, so we're going to be diving into our 3rd night of that about 2.5 hours from now. I'm going to take a little bit of a break and publish these decks up to YouTube now with these gauntlets and grab something to eat before I come back with that, though. So everybody stay safe out there wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for hanging out this afternoon, and hopefully see some of you back tonight for some Spider-Man action. Cryle Alchemist, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Sounds good, Precipic. It should be up, though. I imagine people said Spider-Man is about 12 to 15 hours or so, and I've been doing the side quest, so I imagine that we'll probably finish Spider-Man Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest, then we'll start Disco Wednesday or Thursday. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Central Cornfield. You can find it there on my website exactly with everything and when. Thanks for hanging out today, Dark Curry. Let's give some hosts. Is Lobster still on? Lobster is still on. Let's send you over his way.